What's up, guys? So 10x summon event for turn meter boosters is now on. Portal is shining bright like it always does. Today we're going to jump right in, and we're just going to take a look at the champions available, tell you if they're any good, whatnot. So let's start at the top of the list and work our way down. So Laningus, the Chosen, good champion. You will see her in arena teams. Can use her in dungeon, use her in Doom Tower, potentially faction wars. Pretty much because where is it? Companions of Fate. It's an ally attack. Takes 3 random allies. They will use their default skills, but it's still a really powerful attack. There's very few champions that actually do it, and she will also increase the duration of all ally buffs for 1 turn with this move. That's her A2. That's why people like her. She also has a crit rate buff, attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. And also has 25% chance, book it to 40% chance to get an extra turn. And the A3, her A1 is just continuous heal. Nobody's hugely bothered about it. Laningus is there for the ally attack, and she is also potentially getting an extra turn. But if she does get an extra turn, it just lowers the cooldown of this move, and so on. So Laningus, the Chosen, good champion. I'm going to leave here. We need to jump into high else to a champion that I actually have, and it's Lassandra. Lassandra is good pretty much anywhere. I love her to bits. So A1 transfers all debuffs from herself to the target. It's really good in arena. You get your decreased defense, decreased attack, and you get all this crappy debuffs. She basically gets rid of all of them. Like a mini self cleanse, really strong. Exhaustion is really good. Attacks one enemy. This is good in arena as well, mainly where I use her, because it will fully deplete the target's turn meter. If you're quicker than Arbiter, if you're quicker than Tower, if you're quicker than Man-Eater, you can take all their turn meter away, fully depletes it. Very strong move. Now the A3 places increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, fills the turn meter of all allies by 30%, so 30% increased speed, 30% turn meter, and decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 30%. So this is a really good kind of move. The increased speed is big in arena. It's also good in Doom Tower as well. Give her enough accuracy, she will decrease the enemy's turn meter as well. It's on a 4 turn cooldown. It's really nice. She has an ally speed in all battles aura of 24%. So Lassandra again is definitely worth pulling. I got her from 12 shards during the week. I just YOLO'd, and that was what I got. So I'm happy with it. But Lassandra, definitely worth it. Next up, we're going to just take a quick look into Demon Spawn and show you one of the most sought after champions in the entire game. Prince Khaimar. Now he's got an AoE, places a poison debuff for 1 turn if it's a crit hit and nobody cares. This is a good move. AoE, he cleanses everyone. He takes away all the buffs and places a sleep debuff, kind of like Seer in a sense. Not as damaging, but he'll remove all the shield and continuous heal, ally protection, and put people to sleep. But he's the most sought after champion for a few reasons. One of the reasons being Seal of Magic. 6 turn cooldown, resets the cooldowns of all ally skills, fills the turn meter of all allies except this champion by 20%. You get a turn meter boost and you get all of your cooldowns reset. I guarantee you, if anything, people will be pulling for Khaimar. He's a pretty good champion. I'm not pulling in this event, but if I was, I would really like to get a Khaimar. I've said it many times, I've tried to get one. So Laningus is good. So far we've got Lassandra, also good, and we've got Prince Khaimar. 3 champions that are pretty much worth your time. So we now need to go to Knights Revenant. So Golden Reaper. Now Golden Reaper is okay, nothing too special. She's got a decreasing the cooldown of one of a random ally's skills by a turn. So I mean, mini crappy version of Painkeeper. She does have this move here, which is pretty good though. AoE decrease attack, decreases the turn meter of each target by 20% if they're not under a decrease attack debuff. So she's going to AoE and decrease attack. If they are not put under decrease attack, she'll just reduce their turn meter. She's kind of like a weird apothecary. Alacrity, a strong move, places an increased speed buff on all allies and boosts their turn meter by 20%. Kind of like Lassandra, except she will not decrease the enemy's turn meter, but it's pretty good. You see it in teams now and again. If you don't have her, I wouldn't really pull for her, but Golden Reaper can have her uses at times. She's an okay champion. Where are we now? We need to go find an old friend. Old Hermit Jorg. Or Jorge. So on his A1, 30% chance, 40% placing a HP burn debuff for 2 turns. I mean, it's cool enough. You can take in places. HP burn. I quite like the debuff, but it's nothing too special. Places 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. So buffs their attack and it fills their turn meter by 20%. And a 3 turn cooldown. It is really nice. The fact that it's 3 turns, you can go into clan boss and all those other places. As a reviver for the orcs though, with the Ghost Walk, he is one of the better orcs, especially his potential for faction wars. Because better than Shaman, let's face it, revives 2 allies with 60% HP, fills their turn meters by 40% and places perfect veil buff on them for 2 turns. So they can only be hit in the next 2 attacks if they're AoE attacks. 5 turn cooldown, pretty good. If you're looking for an orc reviver to help you anywhere, I mean, you could pull him. He will have uses for you indeed. Now the next champion, I'll just quickly go Shadowkin to get her out of the way. Now I do not think I even have this champion, but I believe she's here, Sachi from the Shadowkin. So AoE decrease accuracy for 2 turns. I mean, it's good enough, I guess. Attacks one enemy, 75% chance, 100% when booked, 2 turn cooldown. Placing decreased crit rate and a leech debuff. That's pretty good, that's pretty nice for faction wars when it finally opens. Shadow ambush, increases attack on all allies for 2 turns. It attacks one enemy, fills the turn meters of all allies by 20% if it's a crit hit. I mean, it's okay. I think I prefer really the decreased crit rate and leech, so for survivability, but an attack buff and some turn meter. She has a false death. It revives a random ally with 30% HP whenever this champion kills an enemy, which is pretty nice. Kind of like Ultan, how he has like an increased defense, or is it a shield? But if he kills someone, he will revive a fellow ally. So this is pretty good. 50% chance of placing a fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn whenever an ally is revived. So it's actually better than I thought it would be. She will definitely help your Shadowkin faction. So if you happen to pull one, I would put get her to at least 50. See kind of how she works for you and take it from there. No, there's one other champion I left because I have not worked on him yet. But I see him in certain teams and he's extremely annoying. Deakin Armstrong. Now, he will come in. Well, what is aura first of all? Ally speed, 19% all battles. I mean, you can run lower speeds with that aura to help you if he's in your team. So that's pretty nice. We'll go the opposite way here. Fills the turn meters of all allies by 15%. Decreases the turn meters of all enemies by 15%. Grants an extra turn. So it's like Lassandra, except less turn meter. Although he'll get an extra turn. So after he does that, he'll reduce your turn meter, increase his own. He will take an extra turn, and then he will do his AoE decreased defense, which is a 100% chance when you book it. He also has an A1. Each hit has a 30% chance. Book it to be higher of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns. The amount of times I've seen Deakin Armstrong in arena, It's actually pretty good. It's actually really annoying with that turn meter decrease and so on. So if you're not pulling for a Lego and you hit Deakin Armstrong, he's S tier. You could probably stop there and still be really happy with what you've got. So I'm not going to drag it on too much, but there is a 10x turn meter booster. Check your news. Check the news section in your game to get any more information that you would need. But again, it is Laningus from Dark Elves, Lassandra from High Elves, Prince Khaimar from Demon Spawn, Golden Reaper from Knights Revenant, Old Hermit Jorg from Orcs, Deakin Armstrong, Sacred Order, Sachi from the Shadowkin faction, and of course Raglan the Void with the 2-turn revive in Bannerlords. So guys, if you're pulling, I wish you the best of luck. Stay safe, keep raiding, and I'll see you soon.